and the Bon Secours is going to be packed.
I believe
because they are #1 in the country, as we just said. Good morning, I'm Jeff Hart.
And I'm Renee Wunderlich. A whole lot of excitement today, but let's start with the weather. Perella, are we going to see some sun?
We are. In fact, today it's going to be sunny and breezy.
This is WYFF News 4 Today.
Count your family out of census scams. A warning from the Better Business Bureau about keeping your information safe. Plus, the chance to be part of Greenville's future, how a local small business can get involved in a big city project. Well, good morning. I'm Renee Wunderlich in for Dana today.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome back.
We made it to Sunday, and the fog is mostly lifted.
Oh, there's no fog today. It's going to be a beautiful day across the area. We've got lots of sunshine.
Well, good morning. I'm Jeff Hart.
And I'm Renee Wunderlich in for Amanda this morning. We are going to have more on the COVID-19 novel coronavirus in just a bit. But first, Perella has our weather. And what should we be expecting for this Friday the 13th?
Oh, yeah, Friday the 13th. It is a rare day.
We'll get to the latest coronavirus pandemic updates in just a minute, but right now we're following more breaking news overnight. Violent protests over the deadly arrest of George Floyd in Minneapolis.
A police precinct caught fire. The department had to evacuate, saying protesters forced their way in.
And Governor Henry McMaster has declared a state of emergency due to Monday's storms. What this means coming up. Well, good morning. I'm Renee Wunderlich in for Jeff. McMaster says public docks and boat landings will reopen today. What you should know coming up. Well, good morning. I'm Renee Wunderlich in for Jeff today. House impeachment managers have wrapped up their case against President Donald Trump, and now we are just hours away from the president's team taking the floor to begin the defense. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington. 4 people have died in a shooting, and the 5th person was shot and taken to the hospital. And now police say all of the victims are members of one family. Perella, thank you. President Donald Trump welcomed the college football national champions to the White House. LSU topped Clemson Wednesday night, in case anyone forgot. President Trump praised LSU's success during the Bayou Bengals' undefeated season. The president and the First Lady both attended the game in New Orleans. Well, after 9 weeks of debate, the South Carolina State Senate has passed an education bill. I was there on the floor of the Senate yesterday when senators voted in favor, 40-4. Now, some say this is an important step, but others argue there's nothing in this bill that helps teachers. Now, the bill includes free 4-year-old education and a standard first day of school for every school in the state. County deputies have ruled a deadly shooting as self-defense. Deputies say the shooting happened Sunday afternoon on R Street. They say Donnie Strickland arrived at a home and started shooting. Another person who was inside that home fired back, killing Strickland. Deputies say no charges will be filed. The coroner has released the names of 2 people who died in a fire in Anderson. The coroner's office says Angela Melissa Cole and Mark Blair Vernon died from smoke inhalation. We're also told drugs were also a contributing factor. Madeline Hackett brings us the story from Anderson County. Tracking cases in our area, there are more than 10,600 cases in South Carolina. 466 people have died. Over in North Carolina, there are more than 24,000 cases, nearly 800 deaths there. And in Georgia, officials are reporting more than 44,000 cases, 1,900 deaths. We'll further break down those new cases coming up at 6:30. And breaking news, Greenville County deputies are investigating a shooting on Woodruff Road. Deputies say one man was shot at the Holiday Inn Express. The 911 call came in at around 4:45 this morning. The victim was taken to the hospital. Deputies say he is stable, and deputies are still looking for the suspect, who they say left the scene. We have a crew headed there now. Stay with us for the updates.
We'll break
For today.
To prolong this is more about politics than it is about any policy decisions.
Impeachment vote delayed. The trial going into the middle of next week. This morning, local lawmakers reacting to that decision. And public health emergency. That's what officials in the U.S. are saying about the coronavirus as it spreads. Good morning, I'm Renee Wunderlich, joined by Dale.
Hey, good morning, Renee. Good
Welcome.
to work with you this morning.
Oh, so good to be here, so good to fill in for Dana, and welcome to the weekend morning.
That's right. In case you hadn't heard, this is going to kind of be my new position now, working the Saturday and Sunday mornings, and what a fun way to start it. We had snow yesterday that
How
nobody
about
saw
that?
coming.
Exactly. In fact, when I pulled in yesterday, I was getting ready to have my Friday, and then all of the sudden, the flakes flew down, and everyone was running around with their cell phone like they'd never seen snow before.
I was doing the same thing.
Well, in this morning's buzz, a sculpture is getting pretty popular for its size and its design.
All right, so the man who created it says it's turning people's heads.
They go, what was that?
And this is a laughing 13-foot-tall kookaburra sculpture. The sculpture is famous in Australia for making a 1,500-pound koala last year. The kookaburra took 6 months to build. When asked why he did it, the sculptor replied, "Why not?"
I mean, because why not? The
Look
world
at
needed
that.
a giant kookaburra sculpture.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. President Donald Trump has announced a plan to reopen the country. Governors will have the final say, but the president outlined 3 phases. Now, the plan does not set any dates, but requires each state to show a downward trend in COVID-19 cases for over 2 weeks. Now, once states do that, phase 1 would still prohibit gatherings of more than 10 people, but venues like restaurants or movie theaters could open back up with strict physical distancing guidelines. Schools, however, would stay closed. Phase 2 includes loosening travel restrictions and expanding gatherings to 50 people. And in phase 2, schools could open back up. Phase 3 would include reopening medical facilities to visitors and allowing vulnerable people like senior citizens to go out into the community. President Trump encourages states to reopen when they're ready.